Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back, or welcome to Bang's Audio Reviews. Today, the final day of the year of our Lord 2024, December 31st, we're going to go over some awards that I think are worth, giving a shout out to. So, in addition to this, we'll do our, sort of my tier list ranking. It's not a complete ranking. It doesn't have every single set I've ever tried on it. It just basically has the top 3 tiers that I've experienced so far. So we'll get into that too. But I wanted to just, start out by wishing people a happy new year. To my friends who are already in the new year, that would be people in China and Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand, if anybody's watching out there. Maybe even India at this point. It's going quick. We've got about 11 hours, 10 hours and 42 minutes left in the year here. It is 1:18 p.m. So hoping that most of y'all will see this before the new year. But for those of you who are already in it, good on ya, as they say in Australia. So let's hope that 2025 brings more peace, unity, understanding, acceptance, and love between all of us. Okay? That's my hope for the new year. Anyway, on to the awards. I wanted to start out by thanking all of you, subscribers of the year, all of you who have subscribed to the channel, and some of you who have not yet, but might do it now, hoping that you will. It's funny because I see some of these creators and their ratio of viewers to subscribers is like 1,000 to 1, like people that view but don't subscribe. And for me, it's more along the lines of it's almost 50-50. It looks like from the metrics. So that means that a lot of y'all that are watching these subscribe, like way more than the average, which is just like a huge compliment to me. So I just wanted to give you all a big, huge thank you for the support. The channel continues to grow. I continue to develop relationships with IM companies and retailers, and that's helping immensely, defray some of the costs of this. And, hopefully at some point, maybe even this year, this upcoming year, 2025, the channel will be self-sustaining. Anyway, that is the hope. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, to all of you, thank you. And I do have to give a couple of and don't be mad if I didn't mention you, but I just want to give a couple of shout outs to, my buddy Mike Sforzable, and also my new friend Derek, Rogue Gorilla. And those two in particular, because they're sending me sets. And I know not everybody can do that. Not everybody has the amount of sets, they just send them out or, whatever. But these guys have been helping me with content, to create content by sending me sets that I may not have bought, couldn't buy, or just don't have to, so that's really big. So thank you to Mike, thank you to Derek, you guys awesome. And especially a little hat tip to Mike, who's been with me more or less for the whole year this year. I think we started chatting back in February, so he's been a big part of the channel growth as well. And he has a really cool Reddit, subreddit, I guess you would call it. So Sforzable, check that out for cables and some other reviews and stuff. Good stuff there. I'll link it in the description. On to the awards. After all of you, I don't do a lot of headphone reviews, you guys know that. But there was one that I reviewed that stood out to me as being not only exceptional in sound quality, you gotta like some bass, but also in value, and that is the Fiio FT1 closed dynamic driver. Not the FT1 Pro, that review's coming. And from what I've heard of the FT1 Pro, that's pretty freaking awesome too. But just for what I experienced, the FT1 just really overperforms. It is my favorite out of just about everything I own, the Meze 99 Classics 2, and my top headphone is the Meze 109 Pro. And Meze has a couple of new releases out too, so their stuff gets pretty expensive. I don't see myself getting to a lot of their headphones, but you know, they did release the Alba and a little bit more reasonable for an IEM versus the Advar, which I think is like 700. And I think the Alba was a nice one as well. Maybe not my favorite. Didn't make the tier list, but still a solid effort for that, you know, for that price point. Anyway, on to another thing that I'm not an expert on, cable of the year, and that's pretty simple because it's the and this was recommended by one of y'all to get a pure copper cable for my DMA, which I did. In it is MMCX, of course, and 4.4. But this is the nice cable that I own. It is just absolutely, let me throw the light on it, stunning. It's a pure copper, dark and light copper, pure single copper, 7N, I don't know how many strands are in there, probably a million. Hefty, weighty, beautiful, gorgeous, awesome finishes, just wow. You know, I may have had an issue with one of the Xinhs IEMs, one of their sets, but I have no issues with their cables. Their cables are sick. So anyway, that's my cable of the year. If you're looking for a copper cable, can't recommend this one enough. God, next level stuff there. Really, really awesome. Portable DAC amp of the year. You guys might have thought that I would go with the Shanling Onyx Alpha 11D1, but I'm not, and I will tell you why. I'm having trouble with it, both in heat and also in connection. And I've been, you know, I downloaded the firmware update like 1.1.3 or something like that, and it seems to have gotten a little bit better, but it drops. The signal is not consistent, and so therefore, not my favorite right now. That goes to the Dunu DTC-800 with its Cirrus Logic CS43131 chipset. Crystal clear sound. Very, very small. Yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, this guy. Just perfect, you know, perfect for, you know, hooking up to your phone and taking it on the go. Tons of power, powerful enough for headphones. Any IMs you can throw at it. Goes up to like 480 milliwatts on the 4.4 balanced. So just a really nice little DAC amp for about $100. Can't recommend it enough. This one is a keeper. That leads me into accessories of the year. So that's it right here. This was a mic recommendation, a Svorzable recommendation, the Shanling L3. I was having connection issues with my older iPhone 13 Pro Max and the Lightning port. You know, did some major cleaning on it, continue to do that. But this particular cable, I can use any of my dongle DACs and not have a connection issue. Well, except for the Onyx Alpha right now, but any of the other ones, perfection, no connection problem, great sound, awesome. Accessory of the year, insofar as ear tips go, is easy. It's the Divinus Velvet ear tips. I think they came out last year, but I'm counting them for this year because I just use them more than any other. There's the Final Type E there too. But the Divinus Velvet normal bore ear tips fit my ears, my ear canal perfectly, and they're also excellent in presenting sound quality. They don't seem to interfere. They seem to enhance rather than interfere with just about every IM that I have. So that's it. The Velvets all the way for the win. My desktop DAC amp of the year is the Fiio K11 R2R, yet to be reviewed, but will be soon. And I'm only taking that over the original Fiio K11 because it was released in 2024, yeah. But also because the NOS, the non-oversampling, is the setting on it is the purest, like the purest sound I've gotten from any DAC amp combo, including the TA22, the AO300 from SMSL, including the original Fiio K11. You know, I don't have a lot to go on, but I have some, and I think I have a good cross section. So, bingo. K11 R2R, worth every penny of that 160, 170 price range. If you get it, you won't need anything else. Honestly, if I only had one, that would be it. Easy as pie. So that gets the Deck Amp desktop combo of the year. And finally, my buddy Harrison, Syeindunce Audio, retailer of the year for 2024 from Bangs Audio Reviews. From me to you, buddy. You guys have done a bang up job, starting with just a few sets on Amazon, your storefront there, and then opening your own website, your own web store, developing these relationships with really, really good IM companies, BVGP most recently. You guys, seriously, I've said it before, I've posted in the community, if you want a BVGP set, Syeindunce has it. I mean, literally, I have the Feather and the NS10 Pro on the way from Syeindunce, actually. And I am really looking forward to that. But I feel like when you put yourself out there and you don't really, you're not established, but the way you do things is to, get people excited about you and, sort of reach out, giving away sets of IMs like the Kafine Delcy, giving away $99 gift cards, giving away $199 gift cards that we'll be getting to in another video. Their giveaway is starting pretty much immediately, like with this video. Just the engagement. I mean, he and I have developed a nice, a good friendship as well. So call it biased if you want to, but there are behemoths out there that they're up against: Hi-Fi Go, Linsol, Shenzhen, Amazon, whoever. But they're going for it, and they're doing it the right way, and their selection is excellent and just getting better. So I can't help but say, Syeindunce Audio, congratulations. You are my 2024 Retailer of the Year. Good job, guys. Really good. Just checking time to make sure I've got enough for the tier list, and we will get going right now. So, some of y'all might be a little bit disappointed on level 3, tier 3, but it is the unexpectedly excellent category, okay? So these sets to me, and performs as expected, I mean, there's like, we'll get to the full tier list, don't worry. I'll have one like in a Excel spreadsheet that I actually have like posted so you guys can see it. That'll happen. Another project for 2025. Not project 2025. Sorry. Sorry. Project 4 2025. Anyway, there will be a full like 5-tier list posted for y'all to see. But for now, I just went with the best. And these are, of everything I've experienced in the past 18 or 19 months, these are the ones that stand out. And it doesn't matter when they were released. So they could be released as early as 2022, maybe even 2021 for a couple of these sets. I'm not sure. Yeah, so some of them have been out for a while. Some of them are new. But here's the tier list. Okay, so we're starting at unexpectedly excellent. Tier 3 out of 5. As you may have guessed, the Artti T10 and T10 Pro are both on there. I want to say something about the T10 and the T10 Pro, but I think the T10 actually deserves to be higher than this, and I almost put it in actual top tier. I almost put it in brain melting. And the only reason I didn't was because I was trying to be as pure as possible from a sound quality and performance standpoint. And although the Artti sort of scrapes that level, it's not quite there. What's remarkable about the Artti T10 original, what's remarkable about it, really more than anything, is the price. And now I think you can get it for like $35, which is insane, guys. I mean, okay, build quality aside, okay, you don't like the plastic, whatever, okay, I get it, all right? But from a performance, strictly performance standpoint, that 14.2 millimeter planar magnetic driver that they put in there, and the way they implemented it and the way they tuned it, it's literally almost brain melting. Like, it defies existence. It shouldn't exist. It shouldn't be that good for that cheap. And as much as I love the T10 Pro, and I do, and as much as I feel like it's a little bit more of a, you know, polished tuning, there's something about the excitement of the original T10. In fact, I'm just going to move it up to the truly special section right now, as a matter of fact, while we're here. Because that's what I think it is. I do believe it is truly special. Artti T10 OG. That's where it belongs. Honestly, it does. And there's some of you that may prefer the T10 Pro, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine. You can prefer that. To me, I prefer the Artti T10. It blew me away. It made me sit down. It made me stop what I was doing. It was just one of those things where you just go, wow. So, anyway, now that it's in its proper location, and this is not spelled correctly, or ordered correctly, T10 Pro, we'll just leave that. The other sets in this unexpectedly excellent category, these are in alphabetical order, not in order of preference. So we'll just go through them. CKLVX D41. Okay, I left out Meyer Audio to get it in there, but whatever. Meyer Audio CKLVX D41 was the first Meyer Audio set that I tried. I did it because of Awesome Danny's recommendation. Said they were a good up-and-coming company, and I was kind of like a little blown away by them. You know, single dynamic 4 BAs, I believe. Yep, 1x4. Just really like a yummy, warm, engaging sound with some good techs and good treble extension. Really just an overall nicely balanced set, and an unexpectedly excellent set, right? Same thing for the EPZ K5, although this one's a little bit leaner in the mid bass and a little bit more treble energy, a little airier. The K5 also fits that very, you know, surprisingly good. I give that to the Hakujai Anunnaki as well, because I did not expect that coming from a cable company. And again, maybe you're not a huge fan of the build quality. It's just 3D printed resin with, you know, with a faceplate. I mean, it's fine, but the sound, the depth of the sound stage in particular, like, it's forever in there. Like, it's amazing. So that gets the unexpectedly excellent yeah, what am I looking for? You know, designation. Kafine Delcy, another one. You know, you can, where the Hakujai Anunnaki is a little bit cooler and more technical and more clinical and more, you know, sort of that. The Kafine Delcy is just like, it's like a bowl of warm soup, man. It's just so nice. Canara Celeste Relentless is on this list too. What can I say about this set? You just didn't expect it. Something with that much bass, that much thump and impact, and just still having really nice, really well extended treble, like deep V shape. For those of you who love the V shape, myself included, the Relentless is top of, just it's top of the list. For get it for $85 now. Come on, it was $170 on release. Maybe they're not selling enough of them. I don't know why. I bought mine for like $150. Totally fine with that. Or it might have been full boat. I think I bought it when it came out. No complaints, no regrets. It's a great set. The Open Audio Witch Pro, the poor man's Fat Freak, right? That's what it is. You look at the tuning on that thing, you listen to it, and you're like, oh, this is what Fat Freak sets probably sound like, because they graph almost the same. Really surprising. Another deep V, another bass head, another just really kind of a wow set. Speaking of wow sets, the SGOR Adonis for $15, $20, get out of town. Ridiculous. Bassy, yes. Not super clean in the treble. Who cares? It's under $20. If you lean towards bass, the Adonis from SGOR, that's where it's at. Ultra budget, killer. Simgot EW300, another one. Now, I've been talking to somebody a little bit on Reddit who says that it seems flat, but they're just using a straight, like, dongle DAC. I think like one of the JAs or something. Something like this. Although I do like the EPZ quite a bit. for just, the straight dongle. I said, get some power behind it, and it will no longer be flat. Cirrus chips in particular, bring it to life, make it just a really solid $75 set, $70 set. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I might actually let them borrow my DTC-800 and just to show them what the set can actually do. Because when it's properly powered, it's a banger, right? It's a banger. Speaking of bangers, Xinhs Q out of nowhere. Xinhs, right? Headphones, mostly. I don't know any of their other IEMs. Maybe they don't. They probably do. But the Q, freaking great. Just amazing. Great mid bass. Really nice mids. Really nice treble. Just reviewed it recently. Go check that out. I love that set for under $100. Single dynamic, just so well tuned. And graphs almost identically to the Fiio FP3, but sounds so much more complete. Just like a complete sound signature versus one that's kind of lean and a little bit too spicy in the treble. But they graph the same, so there's your difference in driver, right? Tune to the driver, not the target. Xinhs Origin, little expensive, yes. Hakujai Anunnaki close. But the Origin is special. It's really, really good. If you like that high-toned, treble-focused, really clear, great soundstage, the Origin, unexpectedly excellent. Because, I don't know, I hadn't had any experience with Xinhs before, so to me it was unexpectedly excellent. Maybe y'all like some others better, like the Oxygen, fine, that's fine. But to me it was worth mentioning. As was the Tangzu Wanner Studio Edition, another ultra budget banger. Now this is more vocal, it's less bass, it's definitely a more mid and treble focused set, but it is extraordinarily clear, extraordinarily detailed, and just like if you're a singer, that's what I'm putting in my ears, right? If I want to hear myself over the band, that's what I'm putting in my ears. It's really fantastic. And also good for acoustic and vocal oriented music. So there you go. Still on the list, you guys, still on the list is the Ulim by Continuum, and I will beat this drum. I will beat this drum until everybody has one. I'm just kidding. I ran across a comment. Just recently somebody commented on my review from last year where I was like, I'll quit reviewing IEMs if I'm wrong. Well, okay, the tuning on this is not going to appeal to everyone. There's a pretty serious mid-bass tuck happening, okay? But it does have nice sub-bass. It does have nice treble. It is very detailed. It's got a very wide sound stage. It's got a lot going for it. It is not the Zero Red clone that some people claimed it was. It is its own thing. You could see that. I posted graphs of them both in the community a while back. It exists on its own, and it's very, very good. Technical standpoint, really excellent. If you like mid-bass, not for you. If you like sub-bass over mid-bass and you don't mind a little bit of tuck there you go. It's a solid set. And lastly, on the tier 3 list is going to be the YU9 Audio YAN. And I put this here because of the passive radiator and what it does to the bass on the set. It just makes it almost otherworldly. That, and you combine that with it's got like a solid treble extension and energy and a really wide soundstage. So again, unexpectedly excellent. I bought this set not knowing what to expect. I'm like, fan-shaped passive radiator, what the... Well, it turns out they did it right. As T.D. Smith said, the bass hits when it's supposed to, and not when it's not supposed to. Somehow or other, they figured that out. So, it gets nothing less than an unexpectedly excellent ranking. On to our Tier 2 Truly Special. Actually, I'm going to wrap this one, and then we'll do the Tier 2 and Tier 1 and the Syeindunce giveaway in the next video, because I'm literally out of time. It's like 24 minutes into it. So, Part 1, done. Part 2, coming up shortly. See you in a few minutes, folks. Love y'all. Nothing but peace to you, and I'll be right back.